guys here at Trainer Confidential. Got Donnie here. We're going to talk today about, we got some news for Big Ramy and the Olympia. We're going to go over the Dubai Pro they just had this weekend, and I want to go over a couple updates for the Olympia. So kind of a good show here. So stay tuned, and we're going to get down into it. How you doing today, Donnie?
Not bad, man. How you doing?
All right. But rain and poured all day today, so
I know, man.
I
Western
didn't do much
Washington,
for
dude.
work.
It's almost that time.
Yeah, it is.
We won't be
It's
seeing
gonna
the
stick
sun for a
around.
while.
Yeah, we need it. We need it really bad. So yeah, let's jump right into this. I'm gonna bring up the Dubai Pro. So this show, what was cool about this show is it was just 212 and classic physique and men's physique, but they were $20,000 purses. So which was cool. Because all the ones here in the States are 10,000 pretty much. So as far as I know. So we have the winner, Terrence Ruffin. You were talking about him
Yes.
last week. Man, this guy is
No, I talked about him last week and wanted to see. Yeah, just wanted to see how he was going to do. So yeah.
yeah. Boy, he nailed it. He nailed it. And we were just talking about this. He's under 200 pounds, and he was up against now Wesley Visser. You remember what was that last show? That was Europa Pro. He won. Yeah, he won that one. Wesley Visser's did. So that was just a week ago. But anyway, he's a lot bigger than him, and he's got more of a Cress Bumstead physique, I think. But Ruffin is a different physique altogether.
But
and
he's in some ways he's got a Serge Nubret-ish kind of look to him. It's about like it's like how you're put together.
Yeah.
You've got size and symmetry and striations and all this other stuff, conditionings, but sometimes it just boils down to how you put together. And he's really, really put together.
He really is. He really is. And I mean, watching him in the lineup and stuff, your eyes went right to him. He was clearly the winner, but he was the smallest guy out of the top five. I mean,
Right.
by far. But his symmetry.
But you're right. He looked. You would think he was a bigger person looking at him right now.
Yeah.
You think he was a heavier person, but like I said, a lot of times it's not about how much you weigh; it's how much you look like you weigh.
How much you look like you weigh, and that's it right there. So yeah, that's been an exciting weekend. We don't have too much for pro shows coming up.
So congrats to Terrence.
Yeah. We're gonna see him in the Olympia.
Got a little bit of momentum going into the Olympia. We'll see what happens.
Now you were talking about because I just caught on to this guy. I'm gonna pay full attention now. He's got my eyes, so I'm gonna watch him. But you say he was in last year's Olympia. Where did he didn't have such a good placing, right?
Right, he didn't have a good placing last year. The Olympias he's been in, he's always been like in the top three. And last year I don't know whether there was some personal things going on or something like that. He came in, he didn't do as well. Now he seems to be rolling now. So
yeah.
We'll see what he got. He's got this momentum going. I know he's got to be feeling good about that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's a smile of victory right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 5.5 weeks out from the Olympia right now. So,
I'm telling you, but to be 5.5 weeks, even 6, 7 weeks, man, these guys are looking really, really, really good.
Right.
I mean, the first time I saw a competitor look really good it was 7 weeks out from the Olympia. And it was Dorian Yates. He was 7 weeks out from his second Olympia. It's the one he was going to end up winning. And I mean, he was. He could have stepped on stage right then. He was 7 weeks out. That wasn't that common back then. You're talking about the 90s now. So, but these guys are really, they come in and they're looking really good, like way out.
Yeah. Oh, like Lunsford, for example. I mean, he's stayed in the single digits. I mean, that guy, he could step on stage anytime from last year's Olympia to now. I mean, really, the guy, he just stayed shredded. You got Nick Walker. He's another one. He's been shredded to the bone since the Arnold era and Olympia. Same thing with him. I mean, yeah. So they're all. Hunter, Hunter Labrada, he is it's his physique just gets better and better. And this year especially, he's just he elevated several levels. And I'm excited to see where he's going to be in the Olympia. I almost want to say he's going to be top 5 in Olympia. I mean, I got
We'll
that,
see.
but
This is a deep lineup, dude.
yes, it is.
I
I
mean,
know.
in all the classes,
Yeah,
in all the classes,
it is.
open men's bodybuilding. I mean, that is deep.
Well,
You got to
we
have a
got one competitor that is not going to be in the Olympia this year, and that is Big Ramy.
Big Ramy.
Uh, he just announced that here, Bob Cicerella, uh, uh, that he is not going to compete. He's been wanting to say something for a while, but he wanted to let everybody hear at the same time. So Bob Ciccarelli, I can never
Yeah,
pronounce his name.
yeah, Chickarelli.
Yeah, but anyway, as you guys know, he has some nerve damage and he had some atrophy in his triceps the last Olympia and also in his lower back. So he's been getting stem cell research or stem cell replacement since then, and it's been working pretty good. But I mean, from what I've understand about nerves, it takes a little longer than a year. So I think he's making a good decision this way. I think and he's not done competing. He did not say he's not going to compete again. So I get it.
I wonder how old is he?
I think he's in his 30s. I think he's in his 30s, somewhere in his 30s. Wonder if it says on here.
Yeah, it's something to look up just to see how old he is and stuff. I mean,
I'm gonna check right now. How old is Big Ramy? Okay. Well, that's not. It's not.
I guess who is Big Ramy?
No, it said how old is Big Granny?
Who is Big Ramy?
Okay, Big Ramy's 39. I was wrong. So he's going to be turning 40.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, he's like he's he's going to be a Masters here pretty soon.
Yeah, you will. You're right. So I don't.
Oh
That
my
man is
God,
not
man, he
done.
could do the Masters Olympia. God, man,
That
this is
man is
crazy.
not done. We're going to see more out of him. I mean, we know what he can bring.
Mm-hmm.
So just crap shit happens, and he's dealing with it, and we're going to see more of him. I hope I hope we do. So at any rate, I think he's doing a good move by doing this. The lineup is going to be so deep at this Olympia anyway that it's not like when he won the Olympia. It's a whole different ball game. So it's a good plan for him. What do you think?
Yeah, well, when you're at that level, you got to you can't be compromising on anything stuff.
No.
I mean, if you got to give up something, that's a big detractor. I mean, that takes
Yeah,
away from you and stuff. So you really got to do whatever you can to get to be at as close to 100% as possible.
yeah. And he's
And
already been
so
Mr. Olympia, so he qualifies anyway. So he can do it next year. He can do it the year after.
yeah,
As
like I said, it's not necessarily a really young man's sport, although it covers a broad spectrum of age. Bodybuilding does one of the few sports. I don't know if there's any other sport that does this. One of
you're
the few
right.
sports to where you can be heralded well into your 40s, and in some
You're right.
cases now even the 50s. I can recall when I first got started when I went to my first contest in California, and they were going to have this masters division, and it was the 40-year-olds, and it looked like a bunch of old guys and stuff. But nowadays, I mean, goodness gracious, take a look at it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
you know
The
it's
40s,
it's it's
it's,
yeah
it's
it's
still
it's
looking
come
pretty
it's
good.
come light years from when it started. Masters bodybuilding started in the early 80s.
Did it
I
really?
remember that.
Okay, all right. Well, one person that's qualified for the Olympia, and we got an update on him is Brandon Curry. So let's check
Yep.
him out. This was done. This was 7.5 weeks ago, or excuse me, 7.5 weeks from Olympia. So this was that's so we're at 5.5 weeks now. So he's right now is 2 weeks ago basically that he posted this.
So I take he's at the oxygen gym right now.
I think he is. Yeah, that's where he's been training,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
That's where he goes. That's
yeah,
his deal.
yeah. Well, he is thick. I, you know,
My deal with Brandon, I think everybody's deal, right, is just that separation.
Yeah.
His fullness is second to none. His fullness is second to none. You know, his shape, you know, he's got a good shape.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty balanced. You know, I mean, yeah, his legs have come up, you know, and so he's fairly balanced. We
Mm-hmm.
just want to see just some really good separation from him.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously he needs some more conditioning there, but do you think he's going to get it in time?
Oh, well, he's got plenty of time. And the thing about, I mean, this isn't a bad look, you know,
No. No.
but I mean, you know, I mean, there are going to be some people that are going to be a lot more separated.
Yep.
You know,
They
you
are
come
right
in,
now.
you even take Andrew Jack. I mean, he's going to be pretty separated, you know,
Yeah.
and and some other folks. But yeah, I mean, we just have to see. You know,
Yeah.
I don't especially with Biden, I don't really make a lot of predictions unless
You
somebody's
can't.
really standing out.
You really can't, especially this year. And the fact is, like you're saying, everybody is so conditioned now. You know, they could step on stage tomorrow, kind of thing. And we're this far out from the Olympia, and it's like, you know, looking at Brandon Curry by himself doesn't do him justice until you see him by somebody else. But we put all these top tier bodybuilders up next to each other, and they're
Yeah,
all huge. They're all,
yeah, yeah. When you're in shape, you know, anybody looks good, you know, by themselves when they're in
yeah.
shape. You know, I mean, you know, so yeah, but you know, hey, look, he's good. See, this is a little different right here.
Look now, check out
These
Samson.
guys,
Now this,
they're thick too, but they're grainy
yeah,
and I'm looking at the stripes across Samson's chest.
yep.
You know, I mean, how far? What's the timeline on this?
This was done 2 days ago. So he was 6 weeks out right here.
6 weeks out?
Yeah, that was his back. So
Yeah,
he's got some more work to do in the back, but
yeah, he does.
especially
He
your
does.
hamstrings and the glutes and the lower back.
Yeah. And so,
Man,
and the thing about these guys aren't even in the height of their depletion yet.
no, they're
I mean, you
not.
know that things don't really start getting sucky till about 3 weeks out. You know, 2 weeks out and stuff. So
You
they're
think
kind of cruising right now.
Samson he might be one of those guys that kind of stays dry too, huh?
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is one of these things where you get bodybuilders like at 5 weeks out, you know, they look indestructible and stuff, and then come peak week, something happens, and you know, you're like, what happened? You know, they get on. So it's, you know, it just, I still have to wait and see. But right now, I mean, this is great.
Right. And I believe he's still over 300 pounds here too. I do
See,
believe.
that's the thing. That's the thing that's really you know, freaky about this. It's like when you watch like the NBA, when you watch an NBA basketball game and stuff, you know, and the way these guys are moving and stuff, you know, it's
Uh,
hard to think that some of these guys are like 7 feet, you know, close to, over 7 feet tall, and they're moving the way they're moving. You
yeah.
know, when you look at Samson and he's got symmetry and everything, then you say, okay, he's I think he's over 300 pounds. You're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah,
Whoa,
because
you
he looks
know,
big, but he's so proportioned that he looks good for his size. But you wouldn't
three
know that he was as big as he is.
three
That's for
hundred
sure.
pounds, 300 pound bodybuilders back in the 80s, they were definitely off season.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
right.
and
Right.
it was there were no abs. There's no stripes across the chest or anything like that. You know, I mean, yeah, you know, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I want to
Crazy.
go to Labrada next.
Yes.
So here's a little clip from Labrada. This is actually 3 hours ago. Labrada is going to be moving up this year, even though it's a tough lineup. I got a good feeling about him. I really do. Let's see if I get. So this was this is September 12th, so this is a while ago.
Well, he's
But
been at this for like a year, hasn't he?
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. This whole year he said screw it, and he went, he's been down and dirty all year and just killing it. So yeah, he's got some momentum, and he's gonna do very well. What did he place last year? Was like ninth or something like that? Or
Yeah, he was definitely out of top five.
yeah, he was.
And he was out of the top six too.
Yeah, he was. He was like 7th or 9th, I think, or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
can't
But
remember.
that didn't sit well too much with him, and you can see where he's at now. So I mean, things happen for a reason. This is 4 days ago here. The separation in his legs. Although, he's pretty much been on prep the whole time too, though. So uh I think he kind of went on phase one for I think he went on phase one for like a week or something like that after his last show. And then he's just been bad at since then. I mean, look at the striations in his glutes there when he's
Yeah, you got the treads.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean his hamstrings are shredded. Like he's pretty top notch right now, and this is 4 days ago. So gonna be excited to see what he is going to. Now here is Derek Lunsford, man. This guy, I clicked on here. This was 7 days ago. Him doing back with Hani. I think he's doing it with Hani, but this guy has got such a massive back, and he's short. What is Derek Lunsford? He's got to be like
Not my
five.
height.
Yeah,
Oh, about 5'6" tops.
but look at the width and proportion of his back and that
It's just
thickness.
hanging
Like
on him.
it's just hanging on him. Yeah, it's totally just hanging on him. That's exactly what it's doing. So anyway, he's killing it.
Seems like he's in the zone. He's really in a good zone here.
He is, and that's kind of how he trains. I've noticed with all of his training. He was talking earlier. I was watching. He was talking about the motivation and stuff from the Olympia, and sometimes you don't want to do it, but you got to do the work, and he's there to do the work, kind of thing. Meaning, he's probably maybe now he's at the point where it's getting really rough. But he's gonna win. I can honestly say that I think if everything goes right, I think he's gonna win the Olympia this year.
I got him being this pseudo front runner and stuff, but I still got to give props to Chupin and stuff. So
we're
I
gonna
mean,
go to him next.
He's the reigning Mr. Olympia.
You're right. We're gonna go to him next,
and
but I want to show a clip of this clip right here, the front.
we'll see.
You'll see. Yeah.
He's
Okay,
definitely got
we're
the
gonna go
muscle
to.
for it.
Yeah, he does. We're gonna go to Chupin next. So here is Chupin. He don't have much for updates. I mean, we already seen the last update he did. But I just wanted to go to this one. This was 6 days ago. And I mean, he is known for his condition. And look at that. It's six.
The problem with it is which with Chupin, it's like, this is what we expect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's grainy and he's shredded, and it's like, yeah, this is what we expect. It's not we're like, whoa, that's too. No, it's like,
You're
no,
right.
it's so the thing about it is this: our expectations are so high. If he does anything below that,
Yeah,
you know,
you're right. The
then
wow factor isn't there anymore because you already expect it.
right, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, it's you get Hank Aaron or some of those home run hitters. Yeah, we expect you to get a home run, dude. I mean, we
Yeah.
expect you to get 10, 12 home runs. We expect you to get 15, 20 home runs. We expect Chupin to be shredded,
Yep.
to the bone and stuff. So, this, Chupin's probably one of these people that can probably stay under the radar and stuff. You know what I mean? Because we know he's going to come in conditioning and everything and stuff,
You're
But
right.
sometimes
Yeah.
he's got to get our eyes off of him for a while, and then when he comes in, he's shred. It's like, wow, okay, yeah.
And he kind of does. I mean, as far as him posting and stuff, he really doesn't post that much. Still, he kind of does go in hiding for a little bit. It seems that way because we that last update that we seen of him, that was a full physique update. That wasn't this one though. This was a different one. But yeah, I mean, he just doesn't show too much. So he kind of does that anyway, which is cool. And it's like all these guys, they're chasing him anyway. I mean, because they also know that Chupin is going to come in 100%.
I mean, right now I think he deserves those props. I mean, he's the reigning Mr. Olympia, and so I'm going to and we know he's gonna come in condition.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot more improvement he can do to his physique. I think he's maxed out.
Well, that's what I was thinking about Lunsford too. What could Lunsford do more? I really
just he's definitely gotten bigger.
He's gotten a lot bigger. Yeah,
He's gotten bigger. But the thing about is this: he's still able to maintain some structure here. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Chupin, he's at the top, and did you ever see Chupin when he was competing when he was younger?
I did. Yeah, I've seen
he
side
had
by
a
sides.
really aesthetic physique and stuff, and you can
Yeah.
see that, by putting on that size, he lost some of that aesthetics. So he really can't, get any bigger. I mean, he
Yeah.
can, but then he's taken away from some aesthetics too. So, Lunsford had more room to grow and not lose that a
Yes.
lot of
Because
aesthetics.
I was gonna
You saw
say
his
he.
lats were hanging out. Like
Yeah.
Chupin's lats don't hang out like that.
No. No.
They
No.
don't. They do not. He's Lunsford still has a nice, tight midsection and stuff, and so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because
You know,
he didn't have that symmetry when he first started. You do his side by sides. He was skinny. I mean, he probably weighed a buck
but
30
the,
or something.
the, the thing the thing about it is this though is we're gonna have a lot of big guys with structure.
Yeah, yeah.
That I mean, you take that any way you're gonna take it, but you're gonna have a lot of big guys there with structure.
Yeah.
And
November 2nd.
I mean,
Let's talk about the classic for a little bit.
sure.
What do you think about the classic Olympia? I mean, do you think Bumstead's gonna pull it off again? Do you think his reign is over? Because we got a lot of guys tailing him.
He's got a lot of he still has quite a bit of momentum. Yeah, there were some people nipping at his heels last time, but he wasn't in trouble last Olympia.
No, he wasn't. No.
Nobody was really pressing him. I mean, like I said, Terrence was he wasn't in the mix and stuff. I don't know what was up with that, but I mean, and then you got what's his name again? He's the Swede.
What is his name? He was second last year.
Right.
And he was right on his butt too, actually.
Yeah, he was
What
pretty
the hell's his name?
So I mean it's I think unlike Chupin, I think Lunsford's a little bit more, established in that title. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be it'll be a lot harder because he's so established. It'll be a lot harder to take his title than to take Chupin's, because Chupin's
Right.
it's just his first time. This is his first title defense. Lunsford has had quite a few title defenses. You know what I mean? So it's he's got that momentum going. We'll see what happens.
You're right. Yeah, because how many 212s did he win? He won twice, right? Or was it 3 times?
I can't remember.
I think he at least won twice. I believe he was reigning champ. Until this last year where he decided to do the Open. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. November 2nd. So
November 2nd. Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
It's coming right around the corner too, man. So we got Legion next. When is the Legion?
It's pretty soon. I think it's in October. It was in October because I was going to do it. It's in October is when it is.
So maybe
that first
I'm gonna have to look it up, but that might be the last pro. That might be the last.
I think so. That's the one. So if you're trying to get an Olympia, then that's the one you're going to do.
So I hope to see Sergio Oliva Jr. there.
We'll see.
I hope he's there. I'd like to see him up on stage.
We'll see. He says he's not. From what I can call it, he says he's not done.
No, he's not done, because he was going to do the Arnold South America, remember? But he couldn't do it. He couldn't get over there. But he was all going to do that show. So he ain't done. No. He just took some time off, and he's at Oxygen Gym.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was up there the whole time, and he got in that little bit of trouble or whatever. He couldn't leave the country and stuff like that, and he came back here. But that's why he couldn't make it to the South America, Arnold.
Come on, that Arnold?
Yeah, but I mean, and there was a show he pulled out of too. Which one was it? Was it the Vancouver Pro, or was it I think one of the Toronto Pro?
Okay.
He might have pulled out of one of those shows too, because he couldn't make it here in that time. I think there was 2 shows that he couldn't make it to.
Well,
but
either way, either way, the
Yeah.
Legion is if this was his intention to do then the Legion is going to be the
Now he won the Legion before, didn't he?
no,
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Because I think he only did it when the 212
Okay.
won it,
Okay.
and yeah,
He was a 212 competitor.
no, the reigning 212 Mr. Olympia. He won the Legion.
Oh, that's right. He did, didn't he? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sean Clarita.
Yes, Sean Clarita. He won the 212 last year.
Giant killer. He definitely is, man.
Mhm.
That's another one, man.
Was that the year before last? It was last year,
who,
year before last. I
who
think
do
it
you
was
see telling
the year that
him?
I competed in it.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, right? Were you a
I
Legion?
think something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So who's going to be a threat to Sean Clarita?
Oh,
Yep. What was his name? That's your dude.
if he
He just
comes,
competed not too long ago.
yeah, if he comes in really, if he comes in 100% on his game, I'm telling you now, you hear it here, folks. He will be the next Mr. 212 Olympian.
Yeah, you think you said that before, and you don't say stuff like that. Like you just got
No,
done saying.
I don't. You're
No,
right.
I
I
know.
do not. I do. Yeah. Like I said, I typically don't, do that. But if somebody, yeah, he's just got too many weapons.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
thickness, the structure, the 3D look,
yeah.
which is still the thing right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can be shredded and everything, but that 3D look is just really it's like the flavor right now, and he has that in spades. So yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. All right, man. I think that's it for tonight.
Yep, but
You-
we have to see. Stuff can happen,
I know.
I mean, how many times have we seen guys look just fantastic at this point and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, they're lean and everything and stuff, but they're still full. They're eating carbs and stuff,
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, they're looking fantastic,
Yeah.
But when it gets down to peak week and you really got to start, getting that
A
stuff
lot can
dialed in,
happen.
yeah, you know, we'll
So
see
we
what
have people
happens.
like Hunter Labrada that did 2 shows just so he could nail his peak week, just so he could get that down. So we have a couple guys like that should have they've done a couple of shows already this year. They should have their peak week
So
nailed.
yeah, they know what they're gonna, and you got to time it too. It's not just
Oh,
so much the food, but it's the timing.
yeah.
It's but first thing you got to be in shape. But these pros, I'm telling you nowadays, these pros they do not mess around. They are, when it comes down to that peak week, they are just peeled.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
guys like Lunsford, he just competed at the Olympia, so he's had lots of time and he's been very, very lean in condition since then. So he possibly could have had time to mess with his peak week too. Through the time, you know what I mean?
I think him and Hani got this. I think they've already got this thing down pretty good. So
Yeah, they probably do.
not
Yeah.
really. Yeah. He'll be ready. We'll
Yeah.
just see. We'll just see how everybody's gonna be.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
can't wait. All right, you guys have a good night. Thank you, Donnie, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.